Good morning, everybody. If you are enrolled in History 103 Tuesday or Thursday at either 8 a.m. or 10 a.m., I'm going to give you the entire class period to work independently on your group challenge. We're not going to meet formally as a class because I want you to enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday as much as possible. So this announcement and this corresponding video is going to show you what I have in mind for this assignment. All right, so you should see the modules listed here. And there are a couple things for this week that I want you to do. Here's your reading list, your group challenge, and your individual challenge. So I'm going to walk you through each thing. The reading list. These are all the things that I want you to have read by the time we see each other next week. Some of these things have corresponding assignments, others do not. If they have a corresponding assignment, you will see that in the assignment description. So the first, I want you to read this chapter in American Yawp called The Sectional Crisis. You're actually going to be using that chapter for today's group challenge, which you will do during class time today. I want you to watch this movie, Mexico, The Battle for North America. Now, you don't have to watch the entire thing. You really only have to pay attention to these 5 segments. In total, I believe it should take you less than 15 minutes to watch those segments. And then finally, for your individual challenge, which will be due later this week, I want you to screen this film, Division, The Story of Us. And with that, I want you to complete this companion piece, the Sectional Crisis Individual Challenge, after watching the film. So during class time today, the best thing you can probably do is collaborate with your group. You've each been assigned a group. It's the same group that you were in when you did the little creation migration stories at the beginning of the semester. So you should know who all of those folks are. Here's what I want you to do. I have 25 terms that I want you to define. The only source I want you to try to use is American Yawp. All right, so use our textbook to define these terms. As a group, you can do this however you want. You can work collectively and have a document open and you each kind of add to it. You can each select 5 to 10 of the keywords and then submit your assignment independently, or you can actually meet during class time and go through this one by one. It's totally up to you, however you want to do this. I do not want you to spend a crazy amount of time on each of these terms. I want you to try really hard to push yourselves to only use class time to do this. So if this takes you more than 75 minutes, you're doing it incorrectly. I want you to try and get through it as if we were in class together. So I took this from American Yawp, this quote. It says, "Slavery's westward expansion created problems for the United States from the very start." Using American Yawp, please define the following terms. Do not simply search the internet for the definition. Create your own using the American Yawp. In each definition, please include an explanation in your own words how this event, date, or person contributed to sectional problems leading to the Civil War. My goal is for you by the end of the week to have access to 25 definitions that all align back to the idea of sectional problems, slavery problems, the lead up to Civil War, so that you can reference back to it in the coming weeks. The way I'm going to grade this is each term is worth 3 points. 1 point for the definition, 1 point for using American Yawp, and 1 point for your explanation. If you use Google Docs as a group, please be sure to give me permission of the file. If you don't, you can have students submit individual submissions on their own. So if I'm in a group of 5 people and each of us submits a text box or a Word document, all of that work gets collated together, and then I'm able as your professor to grade that all together, all right? The only other thing I'm going to add to this assignment is please, please, please write the names of all the people contributing in one of those documents. So if you use a Google Doc, put everyone's name in your group that's working on this. I want to make sure I give the right grades to the right people in this assignment. So that's what you're going to be doing during class time today. So from 8 to 9:15 or 10 to 11:15, depending on what class period you're in. This is all you need to be working on. If you run out of time, try and push yourself to get done as much as possible. If you end up getting this done really quickly, then I would spend the rest of class period watching these clips on the Mexican-American War. Okay, that's what you're going to do today. Now, you're also going to have an individual challenge, which will open up tomorrow, so on Wednesday. It is a quiz. It's worth 15 points. Here's what it is. This week, you are going to explore the sectional crisis in depth. You already defined the most significant vocabulary terms, and I linked back to that assignment that you're doing today with your group. Now, individually, consider how the country was tearing itself apart as it marched towards civil war. Here's how. I want you to watch this film, Division, The Story of Us. If this link does not work, I've put additional links to the video in the reading list. So go back to the reading list and find it. You can also do a Google search and you can find it. All right, so watch Division, The Story of Us. That's 45 minutes long, and complete the questions of the quiz, which takes about 30 minutes. So again, this should take you about a class period. If it takes you too long, if it's taking you longer than that, you're not doing it right. You're spending too much time on it. And I want you to try and get through this as if it's one class period. Please note that I have made this assignment due on November 29th at 6 p.m. That means you have until Sunday night at 6 p.m. to complete this assignment. So even though I want you to be able to do this during class time, I don't expect you to do this on the morning of Thanksgiving. Maybe you're watching the parade, maybe you're helping get a turkey ready, maybe you're sleeping in, maybe you're going somewhere. I don't know. That's totally your call. It's a holiday. So if you can do this assignment at some point before Sunday at 6 p.m., you will still be able to earn full credit. All right, listen, if you have any questions for me, I am 100% available via my cell phone. You can call me or text me. You know my number, but I will also put it in the announcement. All right, everybody, have a great holiday. Even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, enjoy the time off, and I will see you next week.